Welcome to No Gear Get Up, my friends. My name is Coach Jeremy, and it is the last Thursday before Christmas, the second to last Thursday before the year ends. We're almost into 2023. With that being said, let's just get to some movement, right? Let's not worry about setting any crazy goals for ourselves. Let's not worry about getting super motivated. Let's just move, and let's just see if it can help us with the rest of our day. So, we're going to come down, and remember, I am very particular on saying, hey, coach, what do you feel like you need to work on? And let's get them to work on it, right? So I need some calf love, specifically because we were doing some jumping last night in boot camp. If you didn't get a chance to check out our boot camp class, please go back to our channel on YouTube, and you can find the live video of the boot camp class. A lot of fun, 12 days of fitness workout. Let's go ahead and break it down. We've done this before, but a little bit of just ankle opener. And obviously it's going to get the calf, but foot's down, grabbing the ground, create that arch, and then just push the knee over the middle to outside of the toe, back and forth, and I'm just pulsing back and forth. Keeping the heel down. And this is literally the first piece of focused movement I've had on the day. So I just want to take it easy. Breathe as big as you can. Awesome. Let's go for a few more of these. Again, just going based off feel, based off a little bit of time, and having some patience with it. Remember, trying to keep that nice arch, very important. A little bit of grab of the ground with the toes. All right, now that we have that, let's try and get to a wall or a surface, and let's go ahead and try and get the calf to just stretch out on its own. You've probably done this a bajillion times. You can do this from a half kneeling or from a standing position, but again, just load up the foot, ball of your foot and toes against one surface, and again, you can just start to press that forward as you keep that toe pressed against the surface itself. Remember, standing, you can always do it like so. Again, you're just going to go ahead and bring that foot up. But what I want you to do here is really just keep the foot still, pinned against the wall, and take your upper body and shift everything, starting from the hips. So almost like you're trying to just push your weight forward, and now I'm getting a massive stretch. We'll stay here for just about 30 seconds. I want you to breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, and then we're going to attack it with a fun move afterwards. A couple more breaths here. Last one. No need to rush it. Shoot. Now I want to stay here for another breath. Let's do it. Got all the time in the world. Awesome. All right, so now we've done a little bit of dynamic movement, a little bit of static stretching. Now let's go to some, what we technically like to call SMR, self-myofascial release, but just a good way to give yourself a little massage. So, excuse me, Hammy. You're going to go and take your legs, and we're going to work on that same left side that we've been on this entire time. Or if you've been on the right, just stay on the right. Remember, we've been on one side the entire time. We're going to go ahead and keep the leg flat, front side down. I want you to kind of scoot yourself forward so it opens up, and you're going to take your other leg, the right leg, and just pin the shin and ankle area right around the calf, and then start to lean back on it. So we're making a little sandwich, if you will, between the hamstring and the calf itself. You're going to go and take that shin, get it all the way up into the ditch, right, where the knee bends, and then just go ahead and sit on this. Now, this is not something I invented. This came from Kelly Starrett, who I consider the king of mobility in the fitness world. And he calls this, what does he call this? Now I can't remember, now that the camera's on. That is hilarious. Some kind of crusher, some kind of deadly weapon, but he calls it something hilarious. And if you're working it with me right now, you kind of feel like it's a deadly weapon. It's a lot. So when you pin your leg back, again, that's going to add pressure. But what I'm trying to do here is just kind of move left and right, kind of press down a little bit more, add a little bit more pressure. And then I'm just going to floss. So notice I'm grabbing with my left hand, my right foot, and I'm pinning that leg, but I'm just going to shimmy it left and right. Maybe I'll come down a little bit. Yes, Hammy, is this your toy? Thank you so much. She's got her sweater on. She's all warm, ready for Christmas, huh, Hammy? My little Christmas ham. That's you. That's you. You want to get your calves? Do dogs have calves? Good question. Check it out later. Okay, let's move down. Just a section, small section. So I just shimmied my leg down my leg, right? Excuse me. Let's shimmy it down the calf. Let's be a little bit more direct. And again, from here, I'm just going to go ahead and floss, right? Move left and right. Scrub. Love the words here. Describe the way we're working this mobility. And again, breathe while you do it. Remember, building a mind to muscle connection is always super important. All right. We've done one more section. We should be near the bottom of the calf now. And I'm just going to sit here. I'm just going to press back with pressure. See how much I can add on. Roll left to right. Yeah, that's it. This is great. All right. Come off that. And then just go ahead and take a seat, come to the ground. Well, let's just go ahead and work through some calf range of motion movements now to top it off, to be the cherry on top. Look at this girl. You guys see this? She wants to play. It's 8:30 in the morning, and you want to play with this. So what you want to do, you're going to have to wait. Thank you very much. All right, so let's just go ahead and take it through full dorsiflexion. So point the toe as much as you can, and then plantar flexion. Pull as much as you can. And then point, pull. Now, let's try a little bit of inversion and eversion, right? Technically, where you're trying to go left and right with the foot. So again, the foot at the ankle, forward and back, can shift left and right, but it cannot go very far, obviously, because of the way that the ankle is created and the foot. Dynamic piece, limited in terms of range of motion, especially my left side. I had a really bad, gnarly ankle sprain from playing basketball years ago that I never rehabbed the proper way. Don't mind them. This is every day. This is what they do. They just battle. They're sisters. They love it. It's chaos, but it's controlled chaos. You guys, let's relax, okay? We're going to take it to the other side now after we just kind of move the ankle around, and my left leg is feeling good. Lower leg is feeling great. I was feeling some tightness from class last night, so let's go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. Awesome. This is good. Fantastic. Okay, foot's down. Let's do some dynamic ankle opener. Just improving dorsiflexion. Toe coming towards the shin, dorsiflexion, toe coming towards the shin. And keeping that heel down, creating that arch. I'm loving it, living in the moment. Sometimes I tend to feel like the clock is pressing, but in classes like this, you can just, don't worry about a clock. Don't worry about a timer. Just worry about making those subtle improvements and setting yourself up for the day. Also, I like to maybe tend to think ahead of what I'm doing. And right now, let's not worry about the rest of the day in terms of tasks and duties, right? Let's worry about, again, just getting our bodies right and our minds right in this little, 15 to 20 minute window that we have with each other. Let's go and come on up now for our static stretch after we got a few presses in for some dorsiflexion. So now we're just going to make our way over to the wall, over to whatever you got, whatever surface it is. Remember, plant and stick the foot against that wall. And then once you found your balance, just push the entire body forward, specifically the hips, increasing the stretch. How intense do you want it to be? How intense do you want any stretch to be? Again, mild. You want to feel a lengthening of tissue, but it should be bearable. And remember, the number one indicator is if anything is too intense. Stretching, foam rolling, using a massage gun, right? Any of those types of modalities is one, can you take deep breaths? If you can develop a deep breath, then you are able to tell your body and your mind that, hey, we can relax, we can take this. This is something that is acceptable, right? Something that we don't have to guard ourselves from, because your body has a really, really distinct and insane way of protecting itself. It's pretty cool. Take another breath here. Inhale big. Bone saw. There it is. The bone saw. I found the name. Let's go to the bone saw. We're going right leg bone saw. I don't know why I couldn't think of that, but it sounds like a deadly weapon, right? It's because it is. All right, so leg is open, right? We're going to go on the right leg with our left. I'm just going to come back here. Oh boy, this side is much juicier than the other. So I'm just going to do a little bit of scrubbing, but I want you to find what works for you. Maybe you prefer to scrub and using your hand to help you scrub. Maybe you feel like you can scrub on your own. Maybe you just want to sit there and press it back. Maybe you just want to hold it. Again, this is where you get to be creative, where you get to have some fun. Awesome. Okay, starting to feel a little bit better, that's for sure. Move it down a little bit. There it is. All right, one more spot. Come down, take your time. Oh yeah, I'm gonna add some pressure on this one. I like this area. A little cusp around the bottom of the calf. Nasty little spot. Love it. Just scrubbing left to right. Now, programming wise, let's say you have jumping, excuse me, or some running to do the day after a workout like last night and your calves are on fire. It is imperative to go through something like this before you actually get into that workout, right? When you start to feel something as a hindrance in the body, right? It's even more important to add a little bit of flavor to that, but also to think and be mindful of that area before you're actually going into work with it again, right? Now, another thing that we can do is, one, do a very individualized and specific style of mobility routine to attack areas that are bugging us to prevent injury that might occur from overworking a certain area. All right, so let's get back to that movement. And the reason I say that is because I feel like I'm going to be doing a little bit of jumping today in my workout. And we did a lot last night. My calves, again, were barking at me. Pulled up and point the toe as much as you can. So for me, you can see how this little session sets me up for later. Let's go inversion, eversion, yes. But if the calves aren't feeling too hot, maybe a little tight by the time I get to that workout, remember I can always switch things up. That would be a smart move. I can always maybe try a different aspect of the workout, maybe going upper body, or just kind of taking the intensity down, or maybe I just feel great by the time I get there, or maybe do a little bit longer of a warm-up by the time I get there. Point one more time. Easy movement. And let's go and come on up. And it's just a little roll forward and back with the feet. We did this in a workout a couple days ago. But again, you want to roll back onto the heels as much as you can, and then press through the balls of your feet. Take your time, go slow. Really just want to feel out the way that our body creates both aspects of this movement, right? The pulling and the pushing. I got a little pop at the top for my ankle. Not a bad thing. Let's go one more after this. Roll back, pull the toes up onto the heels, and then press forward off the heels. Awesome job. All right, there's a little bit of lower leg love. And that's going to be it for today's No Gear Get Up. Hey, thank you so much, Samsung, and anybody else that might have tuned in, from myself, Hammy, and Nala. She's over there. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. We will see y'all next week. We are going to have class Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And if you're looking for more workouts, remember, don't forget to check out last night's boot camp. Super fun. All of our live classes saved on our channel. Have a great one. We'll see you guys. Happy holidays. Later.